Welcome back to the OceanGate Foundation. Mason, would you like to
Jesus.
lead our conversation this morning?
I don't do OceanGate. What'd you do now? Did you unplug your headphones?
I did. What'd you say?
Yeah. I said, I don't do OceanGate. Don't put my name in OceanGate.
I heard you were contracted to build a submarine.
I'd rather have my name alongside. I'd rather have my name alongside BP or Jeffrey Epstein than OceanGate at the moment.
Not Epstein.
Yeah. It's just a floppy submarine that kills people.
Dude.
That they knew was going to kill people.
Why? What is so cool about seeing the Titanic through a hole this big?
Especially when, you could just take one of the unmanned vehicles down and see, the live stream or whatever.
Well, that's basically because on
better.
the submarine, they had the TV that you're basically just going to watch it on there anyways.
How did, the Navy know about it on, Saturday or Sunday, but we didn't find out about it? The media was just portraying this whole long story.
Yeah,
and
they're going to run out of oxygen. It's like they knew way before that was even a conversation. Yeah.
They at least tell the families if they knew?
I got a philosophy here, but...
What's your philosophy?
It's just me. It's just awfully weird coincidence that all this happened and they didn't tell anybody about it, all while the Hunter Biden BS is happening. Just saying, let's turn the attention over here. Let's look for these people who we know are dead, but, whatever.
I'm not up to date on the Hunter Biden stuff either since I've been on vacation. Can you catch me up on that?
We just lost our monetization.
Yeah, that's why I made this a separate clip.
He got vaccinated.
I died! No, he was caught texting Chinese business people. Basically, it was when his dad was vice president. Well, probably. They didn't bring that one up, but we all know. Anyways, let's go back to the Titan
He's in the
sub.
hookers. He's in the underage women. Epstein's
Did you guys hear how that happened?
What do you mean?
How?
Have you ever seen an implosion?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Turned him into this big.
Dust.
Yeah. There's a cool Mythbusters video too where they do it inside the scuba suit. And you can see him turn to liquid.
Dude. Now I watched a video on YouTube that it was like a artificial rendering of what it would look like, and probably better.
Someone's so quick to put that stuff together. Netflix is in part 4 of their documentary already.
They're dropping a documentary. I think next week it's not in America, but it's somewhere else on it already.
Hulu's usually pretty quick about that stuff. They're
Jeez.
Tragedy plus no time equals money.
Well, did you see the dad and the 19-year-old son? The 19-year-old son was terrified to go. He's like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But he just was trying to please his dad, his rich dad. So he went and
then there was the other kid that didn't go, and they ended up going to the Blink-182 concert.
That was the guy's son. Yeah.
Yeah. Stepson, right?
Apparently, Mr. Beast from YouTube, he was supposed to be on it too. They invited him down there and stuff. And he said no, he was busy or something.
That guy that went to the Blink-182 concert asked a OnlyFans model to sit on his face to
sympathy.
Make me feel better about the situation.
Jesus, dude. You got to be the most despised person in the world right now.
Something tells me he didn't like his dad much.
Something tells me he didn't like his dad, yeah.
What an ordeal, dude. What an ordeal.
Yeah, so don't go see the Titanic anytime soon. That would be good.
I wouldn't. And then
nothing's changing down there.
Did you hear about the kid celebrating his graduation that jumped off the cruise ship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got swept up by a shark.
What is wrong with people?
I honestly think off the cruise ship.
The ocean terrifies me more than anything in this world.
Well, how do you think you're gonna get the fuck back on the boat?
Yeah.
Are you gonna just climb up a fucking ladder that doesn't exist?
Toss in the raft and hope people can pull you up.
Too many people doing stuff for the clout, man.
Hype beasts.
Yep.
That's what kind of makes me not feel as bad, though. It's like all these people made those decisions. The people that went down on the submarine, they signed the waiver. They knew it was unsafe. They knew it wasn't certified.
They just did it so that they could tell people that they did it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for like that kid that was like 19 because like he was probably the most innocent out of all of them. That probably just did it because his dad told him to. But
and you suppose you don't really feel bad for any of the people. It's more or less like the people who are affected by it, like the families. You feel right because they didn't have a choice in the matter of their son jumping off a freaking cruise ship and
yeah. Bad shit happens when you make bad choices, usually. So,
yeah.
What is that? The more you fuck around, the more you find out.
Yeah. Fuck around, find out.
And that's our clip section, by the way.
Labeled F around, find out.
Yeah. Anyone got any other submarine stuff? We were going to have submarine building competition when we were down in Arizona in the swimming pool.
What?
Y'all are fucked up, dude.
I said we could put 2 bathtubs together. We thought that might be a little overkill.
Yeah, that might be too safe.
Yeah, and then we were like, let's just go down to Camping World.
Yeah. Zach, you gonna go watch Victor Wembanyama since you're so close?
Maybe in like 4 years when he starts to be good.
You think he will?
Will I?
No, do you think he'll be good?
I don't know enough, man.
I don't either.
I still think Nuggets are going to win in 5 with whoever they play the next 3 years. So
hell yeah!
But I don't know, man. I think that guy's just going to get bodied.
He's so like thin.
You're not telling me like Giannis ain't going to just bully the guy?
Yeah, just go like, get out of my way. But
Yeah, no.
you don't have to add that in. I was more or less just asking because I was curious.
Maybe I'll go if he comes to Houston, see how he plays. But
Oh, by the way, I looked up since our last episode we were talking about what cities were the biggest fans. Denver's somewhere between 8 and 10.
According to who?
It was based off, I think, jersey and like fan sales stuff.
that ain't real, dog.
Bunch of bullshit. Top 5 guaranteed.
Look, just because my dad has the same Terrell Davis jersey he's worn for the last 30 years doesn't mean he's less of a fan because he hasn't bought a new jersey. All right? Just because he doesn't want to buy Russell Wilson doesn't mean he's not a Bronco fan.
It was over the past 20 years.
That means nothing.
Way older than 20.
Yeah, that means nothing. All right? That's such a bullshit stat. All right?
Yeah, but teams change over time, too.
If we're basing jersey sales, it's like, which team had the biggest superstar in the last 20 years?
So Arlington, Texas is over Denver. So there you go.
Zach's got his Shannon Sharp on right now.
Yeah. Look,
But I do disagree. I think Denver's top 5.
Denver's top 5 sports cities.
You cannot convince me LA is in the top 5.
Nope.
They got a lot of money. They spend a lot of money. They do not support their teams like Denver does.
Yes, they do.
No, they do not.
There's more people,
Boston,
so it's easier for
Chicago,
them to do it.
New York.
Boston is not in the top 10.
With all the people that...
If Boston ain't in the top 10, that's not so fucked.
Nope, it's not in the top 10.
Yeah, see, it's based on who's got money. That's all it is. Because
Boston has money.
You think those... not the sports fans, not the real Bostonians. They're rocking this...
LA people don't show up to the game till it's halfway done, man.
Dude, Boston ain't in the top 1. Yeah, it's a fucked up study. Those guys would die for the Sox, dog.
Okay, let's hear your list. I want to hear what this so-called list
I
has.
don't have it.
Who just off the top of your head, who'd you say was up there? L.A.
It was from like our local Fox 31, I think. Let me see if I still
L.A.
got this tab.
You said somewhere in Texas?
Arlington, Texas, yes.
That's Dallas, though.
It goes New York, New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Arlington, Texas, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Philly has a strong case.
Boston, Philly, New York. Yeah.
Houston,
Chicago,
Texas.
Denver.
Yep.
Detroit,
you, Zach.
Michigan, Denver, Colorado, Englewood, California, and Cleveland, Ohio.
I got the same top 5 as Zach.
Mm-hmm. In whatever order, Boston number 1, New York my number 2, Philly number 3, Chicago,
If we're saying
Denver.
just biggest sports towns,
Seattle's up there too, though.
It has to be New York, Chicago, LA,
No
Boston.
LA.
LA is not on there, dude.
Yes, it is.
There's
no way
no
it's not
effing
top
way.
three.
City, dude.
They don't care about sports. They just go
Yes,
because
they
it's
do.
the cool thing
No.
to do.
Look,
They don't.
90% of them do not, but the other 10 is still more than the 100% of us. That's where you're
Nope.
wrong.
Stop.
Nope.
What I'm saying is if I go to Boston, I can walk a block and I'll find either a Red Sox bar, a Patriot bar, or
And
any
every
can't
single
do that in
person you
Denver.
talk to, every single person you talk to knows what's going on in their sports teams. You go to
Mm-hmm.
LA, they'll be like,
You can't do that in Denver. This is
Is
what I'm
Shaq still-
saying.
is
Nobody
Shaq
knows what's
still
going on
playing?
here.
I disagree.
dude.
You can go talk to anyone on the streets about the Avalanche, the Nuggets, or the Rockies. They won't know shit. They only know about the Broncos.
I challenge you to do it, Jake. I challenge you to go
Guarantee
down the
they don't.
street.
Film it, ask a random guy to name 3 Avalanche and 3 Nuggets. Guarantee they can.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
Let's put money on it.
Okay. I'd put
What do you
money
want
on
to
it.
bet?
1,000.
I almost
Fuck
feel like
that.
I have to do this because Jake's going to go record them. They're going to say all of them. And he's going to go, that never happened.
I'm
They're
going to
gonna be
record
next.
it, be honest, and you're going to be like, you cheated, you faked it.
You're just wrong.
You're just so wrong.
I'm not wrong. Look, I agree that Denver
See,
is
I
a good
almost more
sports
of a-
town. It's top 10. It's not top 5, though.
I would follow you with this statement until you say LA's in the top 5.
I mean,
Seattle's above LA.
I don't know what I can do to prove it to you
It's-
because I can't
it's
bring you like jersey
no different
numbers
than-
or
It's
ticket
it's
sales
no,
or anything. What can I do to prove it?
Just because you're not
can't.
going to games doesn't mean you're
I-
a real fan.
What
I've seen-
stat on paper can I use to prove it to you guys?
I've seen too many
There's
games
no
where
stats on paper.
you
You
tune
can measure
into the
fandom.
game
Then you're
and
wrong.
the stadium is empty until the 6th inning, and then people start showing up. That's not fandom.
Yeah, but they're stuck in traffic because of rush hour.
No,
This is what I want to know.
no.
Number of fights after a loss.
What'd you say?
Yeah, you cut out.
Number of fights after a loss. Like
Number
if you're
of
throwing
fights,
fists,
like,
if you're throwing fists
this
after your team loses, that's a
crowd?
real fan. Wherever, bar, wherever.
I mean, after the
City.
Nuggets lost, 10 people got shot, so I guess that's pretty good.
That's gonna be a hard statistic to find.
Sports City.
Yeah. Should I call up the stats office? Hello, I'm trying to find the number 1 fans in sports. I wonder how many people died after celebrating.
I'm gonna ask ChatGPT.
Listen, I think Philly has the trashiest fans,
Yeah.
the
But they are real
trashiest
fans.
fan base, but they are in the top 5. With
Chicago,
Denver,
too.
New York, Boston, and Chicago.
In Boston, are you including the Patriots because they're New
Yes.
England?
Yes. Boston, New York, Chicago, Philly, and Denver. Top 5.
Seattle's number 6.
Yeah. Yep.
Honestly, I think it's too high for Seattle. I would say like 7 or 8, but
Why? Why? Because they don't have enough money to buy a million jerseys.
they have a million jerseys.
Yeah, Seattle just got a new hockey team. Those jersey sales are probably through the roof. Does that make them a higher team?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. I want an answer to like, see, like if you give me something I can actually research, then I can come back to you with something. But you're like go out on the street and talk to like 3 people and see what they say.
That's who the fans are. I want to hear from the fans. I don't want to hear from Fox.
It's not going to be accurate.
I literally don't think that there's anything that you can look up that's going to tell you if a place is a sports city or not.
Well, you can do a combination of things. Probably that'll correlate.
Because I promise you, people in LA are buying jerseys just for the clout. You think these Kendall Jenner's a fan of the LA Lakers? No, she don't give a shit if they win or not.
Can they name more players than LeBron James on that team?
Yeah, that Rivers guy. Oh, I mean Austin Rivers. No, that's not him. Austin Reeves.
Dude, Reeves tore it up.
He did tear it up.
Not good enough though.
You will never convince me that Denver's not a top 5 sports town. End of story. Thank you.
Dude, it's just not. You need to go to more towns and watch sports, I guess.
You hear that? He travels once, and now he tries to tell us where we need to go.
You motherfucker.
Good night, bitches.
Oh, why are we going to end this?